Ross, a 3-1 defeat against Chester tonight. You can see how cold it is by the mist behind you. But it's another, is it fair to say it's another game where we've shot ourselves in the foot?
Twice. Shot both feet. Just really frustrated on those sort of points, really. We know it's going to be a difficult task, but when we give them 2 soft goals like we did, it's an uphill battle straight away. The second goal is okay from them, well worked, but we can defend it better. But we was offside too much today. We were on the back foot. So yeah, really frustrating. But you give yourself a mountain to climb when you give sloppy goals away. And we looked a little bit lethargic and like we were just going to come and play some good football because we did it against Buxton. So a bit of a learning curve, I think, for the players. A bit of a reality check, I'd say. So they need to understand that these areas are costing the whole team and the football club. We can't really work on the individual areas and train. That's we've got to change the personnel or tweak the personnel or tweak the shape. But in terms of sort of the concentration levels and the goals we've sort of given away the last couple of games, it's been on us really, not the opposition. So really frustrated with that.
We started quite well, then we got, like you say, a little bit leggy. We've gone 1-0 down to an error, and then we've worked our way in. We've made a couple more errors which we've got away with, and then we've worked our way into the game and we're more than the match, and we've probably shaded on the balance of play the first half, and then a second goal goes in, and in hindsight that was it.
Yeah, pretty much. It was a bit of a scrappy game. It wasn't a free-flowing game really. I think there was maybe a bit of a bundle or fundle in the middle of the pitch we could probably do stronger with, but then they've got a bit of possession in our final third. We're a little bit passive. We've got back, but we're not really addressing the ball that well. And I think the boy pins Aaron, then swivels and gets a shot. So fair play to him. It's a decent effort, and he's got the rewards for taking the shot. So definitely we can avoid that. But again, shooting yourself in both feet tonight is going to give yourself a mountain. So the boys need to learn quickly. The boys on the bench have been patient. If we have to tweak things, we're going to have to do that because we can't keep giving goals away in this league because we're respecting them massively, but we're just disrespecting ourselves really by giving soft goals away. So we've got to tweak it.
Yeah, and you did tweak it at half time. Charlie Sterling came on and made his debut. I think that was one of the most positive things actually. I thought he did quite well when he came on. And would you share that? Is there you just mentioned there the people on the bench that have come on and played a part in not just today but in other games. Is that a sign of things to come? Do you think they'll get more of a sniff going forward?
Yeah, Charlie's been really patient. We've obviously taken him on loan. He's a great character, brilliant, great lad, really wants to do well. I thought first half we was quite sloppy on the right side of defence, so we made the change. It was a positive change. We passed the ball a little bit better on the right side. Great learning curve for him as well. So difficult game in terms of the atmosphere because we sort of killed ourselves. We weren't able to upset their crowd as much as we wanted to. We sort of gave them a lift, in fact, with those 2 goals. So a bit of a common theme last couple of games. We need to address it, and it's something we will do.
Going to Chester is always going to be tough. They're one of the biggest clubs in the division. They're a team that I think are now second. Do you think we let them off the hook today?
Big time. And that's not being disrespectful either. I think they're a top club, great fan base, proper club. Difficult place to come, but we made it difficult for ourselves tonight. So, take those errors out of it. What type of game is it? Who knows? But I think more frustration side of it is that we're fully capable of winning games of football in this division. But when you give goals away like that, you don't deserve anything, and that's probably where we are right now. We need to have a refocus. We need to go back to basics. I thought we did that at Scunny for the next 4, 5, 6 games. We need to go back to those basics now because we've come a little bit sloppy and maybe a little bit lazy in what we do. So we've got to check the players on that. We've got to check it in training. We've got to up our levels. We've got to make sure our data is right. The effort levels are good. The quality also good. The togetherness. There's no finger pointing, no moaning. And if you don't want to work hard, then you simply won't play. So we need to go back to those basics now.
Saturday we're at home to Farsley Celtic. That game can't really come soon enough, really.
100%. The best thing after a sort of a negative result is to go again. Obviously being at home is really important. I thought we could have played a lot better tonight. And I think I'm overall just really frustrated on giving teams a lead. It sort of kills you straight away. So we have to make sure we look at that because if we keep giving teams a lead, we'll never win games of football. So we need to address that. We need to be a bit firmer now on our decision making. But we've also got to do better in the final third as well because we've had some chances, half chances. We could probably do better, some hold-up play, some forward runs. We're offside a lot today, which was obviously frustrating, but we're making the runs. But we need to make sure we look at that line and don't frustrate ourselves. So we need to go back to basics, regroup, regather, and go again Saturday.
These past few days have been pretty relentless. We've gone up to Buxton, back down, and then come back up to play Chester. Two very good teams, two teams that will be pushing for the playoffs, if not higher. And there's two games, I feel like I keep repeating myself at the moment, but it's two games where we probably should have come out with a lot more than we have done. I don't really want to put rub salt in the wounds, but how frustrating is it? Because we've not been carved open by any of these big teams. I don't think you can even look back too much. It's just individual errors, but I suppose it can't go on like that, can it?
No, I mean, that's the frustrating thing. We haven't sort of conceded a load of goals through great play or magician play or great link-up play or extended possession. It's our errors. I certainly don't fear any club in this league, and I know my staff don't. We need to make sure the boys believe in that. And at the moment, we played a bit timid today. We looked a bit shy on the back foot. So we need to address that because we can't go to teams like Chester and be passive. I think we were cagey, didn't make good decisions or positive decisions. We were sort of half-hearted in everything we did, from headers, clearances, second balls. So we need to make sure the players are on board because the staff are on board in terms of coming to these tough away games and getting a result. We're fully confident of doing that, but we need to see more. And I think it comes down to decision making really. So cut those two errors out. Bit of a theme really. Last couple of games, cut the errors out. Games on. But we kill ourselves, shoot ourselves in both feet, and we're sort of wounded now. So we've got to go again. It's a massive hill to climb in the game, but we've got a Saturday game to look forward to now.
Ross, thanks very much for your time.
Cheers.